aside for some limitation, can you see it? That we've been able to achieve our design. I can now delete this. Then I'm going to download this, and I'm going to go to my Lightroom application to enhance it. Alright guys, welcome back to my tutorial video. In this tutorial video, I want to be taking us on how to achieve this particular design on Canva. I've actually did a tutorial video basically on how to achieve this particular design on Canva App. You can check the description box below or click on that link above to watch the tutorial video on how to design this particular design on Canva App if you are an Android user. So kindly stick around with me to the end of this tutorial video. Let's dive into the main thing. Alright, welcome back. This is the interface of my Canva. Let me go back so that for the new Canva users, you can as well learn how to start up your design on Canva. So kindly stick around with me to the end of this video. So this is the interface of my Canva application. The first thing which you'll be needing to do is first of all to click on this particular plus icon. Then I need to customize size because it is a printed design. So this is the size which I used for that particular design. I'm going to be clicking on it. You can actually set up on your own, your own line. Like you can set up your own measurements by yourself. So, but for the sake of this video, I'm just using that particular size. So this is my Canva interface. Canva normally makes use of data. That is why you are seeing a lot of message, because Canva makes use of it makes use of data, unlike Canva App. So kindly stick around me to the end. So the first thing which you'll be needing to do is just first of all to set up our grid line. To set up our background, so as to because Canva already has a ready-made grid line that will be guiding us. So I don't need to set up grid line. I just need to set the background color. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'll first of all do that by clicking on the background. After clicking on the background, I'm going to be clicking on color. So before doing that, because I still need the same color that I used for the design, so I'm going to be importing that particular design now, basically to select the color which I needed from it. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'm going to be importing that particular design now. So let's wait for it to finish loading. As Canva makes use of data, it makes use of data. Let me just select that particular design itself. So kindly stick around me to the end. So this is that particular design. Let me add it to the page so that I'll be able to pick the exact color which I used. One interesting part about this particular Canva is that the Canva application will automatically select those colors that different colors that you use in your design. So let me just show you what I'm trying to say. Let me show you something. I'm going to be clicking on that background now. The tool has to change the background color. Can you see what I'm trying to say? These are the various colors from which it is available in the design I just brought in. Can you see those various colors which I used? So I won't actually select any color from this. I'm going to be creating my own background from this design actually, because I used the gradient background and I can't find the exact gradient background here. So I'll be needing to create my own background. So I will do that by clicking on this particular color palette. After clicking on it, I'm going to be clicking on this particular color picker icon, basically to be able to select the exact color which I need. Can you see this? Then I'm going to be selecting these particulars. Then first of all select from this end. I'm going to click on done. Then after that, I'm going to select gradient. After selecting the gradient, I've already choose this particular side color. I've already choose that particular side color. So let me go back. So I'm going to be selecting, I'm going to be sorry, gradient. So I'm going to be selecting another color from this end now. Kindly stick around me till the end, basically to to meet up with the design. Yeah, can you see it that I've actually achieved everything? I've been able to set up my gradient background effect, my gradient background with this Canva application. So kindly stick around me till the end. So I'm going to be clicking on okay. Now I'll just swipe this down, then I'm going to go to the next thing. Let me keep this here. Let me first of all check. Unlike Pixel app, which you can hide your design, you cannot hide any design on this particular Canva application. So you just need to find your way out. So I don't know, maybe I can see the exact font here, but I'm just going to use a similar font. So kindly stick around with the end. So the next thing which I'll be needing to do is just to come up with my typography, which is the brand name Ibukun's Beauty Up. Let me first of all start with that. So I'm going to be clicking on text. I'm going to add heading because that text is kind of a subtopic something. So let me clear everything. Then I'm going to use capital letter Ibukun's, with a small letter, Ibukun's. So let me change the color and font. Let me first of all click on the down parts so that I'll be able to change the color and so let me change the color first of all. So kindly stick around me to the end of this video. So I'm going to be using a white color, a pure white color. Yeah, that is it. Then after doing that, I'm going to go to my fonts, basically to check maybe I can see the particular font which I use, Catavalo bold font. And if I can't see it, I'm just going to use a kind of similar font. Let me check, maybe I can see the particular font. Catavalo. Can you see that you cannot get the exact font? You can't get the exact font. But I'm going to try to use a similar one, similar bold font. Let me just input bold fonts. Let me try to check. Sorry. Let me just try to find any, I shouldn't search. Let me just find any bold fonts that is somehow similar which I can use so that I'll not be wasting our time. Let me just try to, let me click on this first so that it can bring various bold fonts for me and I can choose kind of similar font to use there. So kindly stick around me to the end of this video. Let me just find a similar or perfect one which I can use. Let me just use this one. Let me just use this. Then I'm going to be placing it here. Can you see it that the Canva application has already have a pre-made what is it called? A pre-made grid line, which will be guiding us through. So kindly stick around me today. Let me just place this here. I'm going to adjust this here. Yeah, I think it's perfect here. Then the next thing which I'll be needing to do is just to bring in a rectangular shape. I'm going to be doing that by clicking on elements. After clicking on elements, then I'm going to, let me just try to check one. Okay, let me use this. Should I use this? Let me see so that I can check the one which I can use. So kindly stick around with me to the end. Let me just use this. Let me use this one. Let me check. Maybe it can work out. So let me try this. I'm going to adjust it like this. Oh, sorry. Let me expand it a little bit. Can I use this? Let me just use this. Then let me elongate it. Then let me adjust it a little bit. Then let me try to move it. Notice if it's not possible for you to move it, just like the way we did on Pixel App, you can also make use of this particular tool basically to move it. Let me do that for you so I can see it. Can you see it? That I found it easy to move since I made use of this particular tool. So can you stick around me to the end? So let me just adjust this like this. Now let me try to adjust. Now let me scale it down. Then let me readjust it. I think it's perfect now. Let me adjust it like this. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Then I'll be needing to change that particular color to, let me change the color to white, basically to follow up with what I'm doing. White, I think that's perfect. Then after doing that, I think I will be needing to adjust this. I think, okay, let me just adjust it up a little bit so that we will have enough space for our design. One thing about this particular, this one thing about Canva is that you cannot unlock, like you cannot stop the grid line. It will always function. Like it's disturbing me, but then I can't do anything to it. Unlike Pixel App. Let me just adjust it anyhow, because I want everything to be properly aligned. That is actually what I'm trying to do, but it seems it's not giving me a chance to do that. Let me just, I think it's still better like this. Let me adjust this one. Let me try to place it lower. It can't exceed that place. Okay, I'm feeling like this is not actually okay. Let me bring in another shape. I don't like that particular shape, so kindly stick around me to the end. Let me use this normal one, then let me do it like this. Then let me just click on any parts of it. Then I'm going to work on this. Let me first of all change the color to white, pure white. Then I'm going to adjust this here. Then I'm going to elongate it. No, I don't want it to be like this. Let me just leave it here, and I'm going to shrink it. Okay, let me just leave it like that. Then the next thing which I'll be needing to do is just to bring in another typography. Let me bring in another typography. Then I'm going to be using a sub-heading. This heading, the first one I used this heading. I'm going to be using a sub-heading because the text is somewhat big. Then let me clear everything. Beauty up. Beauty up. Sorry. Beauty up. Then let me go down like this. Then after doing that, I will now change the color. We change the color to this particular color. Then I'm going to find a perfect font which I can use. So kindly stick around me to the end. It should be a bold font, but it should be small. It should be smaller than the first one. Let me just try to check any fonts which I can use. Let me try this on Germany or something. It's not okay. Let me place it here so that you can see what I'm doing. Let me check. This is not the perfect font though. Let me just check. Let me place it here first. Let me adjust it here. Okay. Let me try to get a perfect font for that. So kindly stick around me to the end. Let me just try to get a perfect one. Let me check this. Let me check impact font first. Yeah, I think this impact font will be better, but then I'll be needing to increase the size. Let me increase the size, then let me place it at the middle, at the center. That's one thing about this Canva. The gray line is automatically set up. Okay, I'm going to use I won't use this because the gray line is not allowing me to be able to move it perfectly. So I'm going to use a particular tool. Let me just try to check it. Yeah, I think it should be notch. Yeah, so that I'll be able to place my, can you see it? So that I'll be able to place it at the exact level which will be very easier for me, or let me say at the exact point which I want it to be. So can you see it now that I've been able to place it? Okay, I think it's perfect. I've been able to place it the exact way which I want it to be. So the next thing which I'll be doing now is just I tried to manipulated this particular text. Let me show you something. On Pixel App, I manipulated this particular brand name. So I'll be doing the same on Canva now. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'll be doing that by clicking on that particular text. After clicking on it, then I'm going to go to let me check. Let me go to styles. Let me go to his face. No, it's not this side. I want to add a particular effect on it. Okay, I'm going to go to effects. Then I'm going to select which one did I use, or which one is similar to what I used. Let me try to check. Then I'm going to adjust it myself. Okay, let me check this. Then I'm going to adjust it. Then I'm going to click on it again, basically to be able to adjust it. Let me increase it. Okay, I'm going to change the color. Let me first of all click on color, basically to change it to black. Then I'm going to go back. Then I'm going to increase the transparency. Let me increase it to the highest. Then I'm going to reduce it, blur radius to 0, just the same way I did. I think it's okay, it's perfect like this. Let me check. It's perfect. Can you see the effect? Let me try to zoom it so that you see what I'm trying to see. Can you see the effect? Can you see the shadow effect? I did the same thing on Pixel App. Can you see it? Can you see the effect? Can you see the same effect? Can you see it? So I will still need to manipulate this as well, because I manipulated this particular shape. I'll be needing to do the same here. So kindly stick around me to the end. I'm going to be clicking on that particular shape now. Then I'm going to go to effects. You just have to take your time basically to come up with something ravishing. So let me go to, where is effects safe? I'm coming. Let me click on styles. Test styles. Not this. I want to get effects. Oh, I think, okay, I'm coming. Maybe I can do that here. I actually want to work with this shape. Let me check. I think I can't do the effect using the shape. I can only add stroke. Let me check. Maybe if I added a black stroke to it. Okay, let me reduce it. Yeah, let me just adjust it a little bit so that it will be resembling what I did. Then let me now reduce this stroke to 1. I just want it to look a little bit similar to what I did on Pixel App. That is what I'm trying to do. Let me check it now. Can you see that at least it's a little bit, it's a little bit the same. It's not it's not that different. The difference is not that much. So let me just zoom it back. Let me zoom it back. Sorry, let me go back to it. Then let me check. The next thing which I'll be needing to do now is just to write the next, to go to the next step, hairdressing and pedicure. I'm going to go to my text. I'm going to be making use of, this is subheading something. It's a subheading test. I'm going to edit and clear everything. I'm going to clear everything. Then I'm going to be writing hair dressing and pedicure. Pedicure. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Then let me go down. I think I can just make use of this particular font. I don't want to change the font because I don't want this video to be too long. So let me just work on this. Let me just work on the text. Let me first of all adjust it by clicking on this side. Okay, let me reduce the size a little bit. Then let me adjust it like this. I think I'll be needing to adjust some things there so as I'll be able to meet up with the design. So I'm coming, let me adjust this here. Then I'm going to increase this size. I'm going to adjust everything. Let me bring this down. Then let me adjust this. Let me adjust this particular brand name. Let me adjust it like this. Then let me adjust everything. Let me increase this one size a little bit. Then let me move it like this. Let me increase the size so that to be able to meet up with what I need. I just want to try to do something similar to what I'm trying to replicate. Okay, let me now adjust it like this. Let me adjust this. Yeah, I think I'm getting closer, but I still need to give this space because I need to give my design enough space to breathe. Yeah, I think it's better. It's perfect now. Let me adjust this now. Okay, let me make use of my notch. Let me try to get it. No, position it to rather. Sorry. Coming. I think it's my notch. Yeah, it's my notch. I'm correct. So let me just adjust it down a little. Okay. Let me adjust it down. I think it's perfect now. Then let me now adjust this. Let me adjust this. Or I should make use of my notch so that it will be perfectly placed. Let me go to my notch so that I'll be able to move it to any position of my choice. Kindly stick around me till the end of the trap. Let me find my notch so that I'll be able to position it well. Let me adjust it down. Let me then move it like this. Move it here a little bit. Then scale it up. Scale it down a little bit. Okay, let me leave it like this. I think it's still better like that. Then I'll be working on this particular text as well, just the way I did that initial. Then I'm going to go to let me select that particular text. Because it's making use of data, that is why it's behaving somehow. I'm not editing. I want to move it. I'm not editing anything. Let me just work on this. by going to effect, then select the exact effect I want. After select, I'm going to click on it again to edit it. Then I'm going to go to transparency. I'm going to increase transparency. I'm going to click on this color palette. I'm going to select black. Then let me go back. Then I'm going to increase blur radius to the minimum. I'm going to reduce the blur radius to the minimum. Then after that, I think it's perfect, just the way I did that initial. Offset is better at 50. Yeah, it's perfect. You just need to work on your, you need to work on your typography and all that. So I think I still need to adjust this particular text again. You just have to take your time. Kindly stick around me to the end. Let me work on this. Let me work on this. Let me go to my notch so that I can move it the way I want. Yeah, this is my notch. Let me take it like this. I think it's perfect now. Yeah, it's perfect. So the next thing for me to do is to bring in I need to bring in a shape, a gradient shape to be precise. Then which I'm going to be doing, or which I'm going to be getting on this particular Canva app. That was one interesting thing about Canva. So let me do that by clicking on elements. So kindly stick around me to the end of this tutorial. Then let me go back. I actually need shape, but let me still go back. Then I'm going to try to search for a gradient, let me see, a rectangular gradient fit. A rectangular gradient effect. Okay, let me just put it this way so that it will be very direct. I can just choose which one that will suit my design. Let me just say gradient effect. A black gradient effect. A black gradient effect. And let me search. Then I'm going to choose which one will suit my design. So kindly stick around me to the end. So let me just try to get anyone which will suit what I want to design. Maybe I can get one. Let me click on graphics, so that it's going to give me exactly something that is, that is related to graphic design. Yeah, I'm getting a gradient effect, but I haven't got what I want. Let me just check. Maybe I can see the exact one I'll be needing. So kindly stick around me to the end. Okay, let me just come. I want to check something. Okay, let me check this. Maybe it will be perfect for my design. Then I'm going to rotate it this way. I still need to rotate it perfectly. 90 degrees will be okay. Then I'm going to reduce its shape. Yeah, I'm going to reduce this as well. Then I'm going to reduce it like this. Then I'll move it to this side. I'm going to move it to this side. But I still need to reduce the size. Let me reduce the size a little. Then let me now move it like this. Sorry. Let me move it to this edge. Then let me reduce the size. Let me reduce this. Yeah, I think it's perfect. But I need to get this round shape because I kind of, the shape is kind of round, so I'm going to do that. Like I use radius, but let me try to get the radius here so that I can do what I want. I'm going to go to style. I'm going to add stroke. I'm going to add this stroke. Then I'm going to reduce the stroke to 1. Then I'm going to let me reduce the stroke to the minimum. Then so this is the radius. I think I used 3 there. I think 3 will be perfect. This 3 is perfect. Yeah, that is exactly what I did on Pixel App. Yeah, but then I still need to adjust it because it's not well aligned. Let me do that. Yeah, it is well aligned now. Yeah, let me scale it up a little bit. Let me take it to the top. Or let me check if I can move it with the notch. Yeah, I can move it with the notch. Then I'm going to scale it. Let me scale this down. Then let me try to centralize this. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. Yeah, we are getting closer to achieve our goals. So the next thing which I need to do is to bring in my necessary typography. I'll be skipping this area so that I'll not be wasting our time. Right, I've imported the necessary typography. Like I've input the necessary typographics. So I just want to explain something to you which you might not know. I want to explain something to you because all these particular all the tests, they all have, they all have usages. They all have usages depending on their sizes and weight. Just like this now. Just like this particular test. Its weight and its size simplifies that is not really important, because most important typography has the greatest weight. There is what we call principle of hierarchy in graphic design. That is, the graphic design element should be aligned according to its hierarchy, according to its level, according to their to their level of importances. That's what I'm trying to say. So basically what I want to explain in this situation is that, let's say for instance, you want to attain this particular typography in Canva. It depends on how important it is. Let me just say for instance, I want to bring in a text. Maybe I need this particular text. This particular, the bottom text that is not that important. So I'm just going to click on my text here. After clicking on it, I can select this, which means that I need a little body of text. And then the next one is this, which is the subheading, and the last one, which is the heading. So that is what I want to explain. So let me just go back. Let me swipe down so that I can continue with the rest. So the next thing here, let me check this design. Let me check it. Okay, I think the next thing before bringing in my images is to first of all search for the icon, the location icon and the color icon, and place all those typography properly. So kindly stick around me to the end. So let me go to my element. I don't need to be importing anything since I'm using Canva. I can get everything. The only problem is that if you don't have the Canva Pro, you might not be able to get, or let me say, you might not be able to have access to some graphic design elements. But if you have just like maybe you want to use a particular element without background, it might not be possible if you're not using a Canva Pro. If you need a Canva Pro link, you can just click on the link in the description box. It is going to direct you to my DM. So what I'm trying to say is that I want to get a location icon first. Location icon. Location icon. So let me check it. So let me click on the graphics. Note, whenever you are trying to search for any element on Canva, try to be precise. You start to be precise. Just click on graphics. so that it is going to directly straight away to your to the right resources. So I'm going to be choosing this one because it is similar to what I used. So I'm going to be choosing this. Okay, I can change the color to white. So let me just go to color, basically change the color to white, because the principle of graphic design, which says transparency, it is very important. Yeah, that is it. So let me now reduce the size. Let me move it down. Let me reduce the size. Now move it down. Let me reduce the size. Let me reduce it a little. I think that's the minimum which you can reduce the size. Let me try to make use of my notch to move it. So let me just, I don't want everything to be exceeding this particular. Okay, let me scale it down a little bit. Then let me, yeah, I think it's perfect there. Okay, the next thing for me to do now is just to bring in, or let me see, I should search for the call icon, or let me say the phone icon, the call icon or phone icon, anyone you search for. We can just easily search for any element on Canva and it will be very easy for us to import. Let me just say phone icon. Let me search. So kindly stick around me to the end. Please, if this is your first time of coming across my tutorial video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more tutorial videos like this. I think I used something similar to this. So let me try this. I'll click on it. Yeah, okay, let me now change the color to white. Let me change the color to white. Sorry, let me try to change the color to white. Let me try to change the color to white. Let me change the color to white because I need a pure white color. Let's wait for it to finish loading. It makes use of data. Yeah, so let me now try to bring it down. Then let me reduce the size. Let me bring it down. Then I'll reduce the size. Yeah, I think it's perfect. So let me now make use of my notch to move it down perfectly. So let me check it. I think it's not that visible. So let me try to, let me try to increase the size a little. So I think it's more visible than the last one. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. So let me adjust this. I need to properly align this because it is not well aligned. Okay, I can't use my hand. So let me just try to get the alignment so that I can, I can properly align it. Okay, is this, I don't know space, I need alignment. Coming. Yeah, formats, because alignment is different in this situation. Let me use this. No, this is not okay. Let me use this. I think this is perfectly. This is perfect. This central line needs to be perfect. So let me just mark it this way. I just want to spread it. And if it is not possible, maybe let me just do it this way. Let me bring it here. Then let me spread it like this. Yeah, this is what I want to achieve. Then let me reduce the size. It's too small. Let me increase it. Then let me adjust it. Note, it might not be easier for you to use this particular notch I'm using. You can just come after clicking on that, just come and locate the notch here. Then you'll be able to move it to any level, to any position of your choice. I think it's perfect there. I think it's perfect. No, let me adjust it to this side. Just it like this. So Let me work on this also. Then I'll be needing to make use of the spacing too. Line spacing, data spacing. I need a line spacing. I think it's perfect there. It's perfect. So let me now move it. Let me adjust it here. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. It's perfect. So let me check. Let me zoom it back. Sorry. So let me check the next thing I'll be needing to do. So let me try to check my flyer. So I'll be needing to bring in my Facebook, TikTok and Instagram icon to this interface. So kindly stick around me to the end of this video. So I'll just do that by going to elements. After heading over to element, I'm going to search for those things as well. Let me first of all search for Facebook icon. I'm going to search. Let me try to get a perfect one to use. I told you, whenever you are searching for any icon or any element on PZ, try to be precise by clicking on graphics. I think I need Instagram, but then I only need Facebook for now. I want to get the perfect one for my design, you know, something similar to what I used. And if I didn't see something perfect, I'm going to use something similar, at least, just to meet up with what I'm doing. Let's wait for it to finish loading. Okay. Let me just first of all use this, and I'm going to use the other icon as well. I've clicked on it. Then I'm going to just bring it down this way. Then it's gonna be easy for me. Let me get another one to use. I don't want to use this. Let me get another one to use. I don't want to waste our time. Maybe I'm going to skip this area so as to be able to meet up with time. Right. Alright, welcome back. I did not see something perfect, but I see something similar to the Facebook icon, the Instagram icon, and the TikTok icon. So kindly stick around me then. So let me just adjust it. Let me reduce the size. Yep. So let me now move it. Let me try to move it like this. Then let me adjust this as. Let me reduce the size of this as well. Then let me scale it down. Then let me reduce the size of this. Let me increase the size of this one. Okay, let me now bring it closer to each other. Then let me take this, scale this up. I think the shape is perfect. I don't want it to be too big though. So let me now place it side by side, just like this. But I think those icons are too big, or especially this Instagram icon. Let me just reduce it. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. So let me reduce this one as well. It's too small. I think it's perfect. Let me reduce this one as well. Yeah, I think they are perfect now. So let me place it side by side. Let me just place everything side by side. Let me just place everything side by side. So okay, let me adjust this also. No, I think I need to adjust all this icon to this edge, so that I will have enough space for my design element to breathe. So let me bring this. Let me reduce the size of this one, then let me take it to this edge. Yeah, I think it's well placed now. So let me check the next thing which I'll be doing. Let me check. Okay, the next thing which I'll be needing to do now is just to import all the necessary images, all the necessary image which I'll be needing. So kindly stick around me till the end of this tutorial video. So let me just do that by going to gallery, then locate all the necessary images and import it to this interface. So kindly stick around me till the end. I'm going to locate it under photo room. Let me locate it. Photo. Just try to locate those images. Maybe I can just transfer it once. Yeah, I can import everything once. And also, should I? Let me check. I want to check. I think it's still remaining one. It's still remaining one. Sorry. It's still remaining one like that. Okay. Let me just add this first. I'll be searching for that one later. So kindly stick around me to the end. So the next thing now, let let everything finish input so that I can know the next thing to do. Yeah. One problem about this is that I can't even hide anything. So let me take this particular image, this particular design which I'm trying to replicate. Let me just take it to this edge so that I'll be able to place all my images properly. So let me work on this particular image by just taking it. No, I'm not reducing its size now. Let me just move it by using my notch tool. Then I'm going to place it here. After that, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to move it. I think it should be here. I'm still going to work on it though. Let me reduce the size. Then let me place it here. Then after that, I'm going to work on this as well. I'm going to move it here. Sorry. I'm still going to work on these images. So let me just move it here. It's because I'm making up data, that's why it's staying like this. So the next thing which I will be needing to do now is just to, okay, let me first of all rearrange. Let me reduce this one size. Let me reduce the size. I think, let me reduce it again. Or let me increase it again. Let me reduce it. Okay, let me now move it. Let me now move it to this edge. Then let me increase the size of this one. Yeah, I'm going to work on all those images now, one by one. Kindly stick around me till the end. So let me first of all work. Okay, let me go to my element. No, easy element. Come here. Now let me go click on one image. I'm going to go to layers, or is it position? Okay, let me position it backward. Yeah. Okay, let me work on this. Let me position it to the front. Yeah, can you see that I've successfully work on all those images by placing it? I still need to do some things there, but at least I've worked on it a little bit. So I'm going to do something now. Maybe if you don't get the way I did everything, just forward it back, you'll be able to get it. So I want to be doing something now. I'll be needing to flip this to be looking this other side, because I could record that is what I did at the when I used the Canva app. So kindly stick around me to the end. Let me first of all cancel and go back to it. Let me go to crop, because I want to be flipping it to the other side. Let me go to rotate. No, crop. Let me go back to crop. I'm not rotating. I want to flip. I think I can easily locate the flip here. Canva is different from Pixel App. Yeah, this flip. Kindly stick around me to the end. I'll just click on it. I'm going to be flipping it. Is it horizontal or vertical? Vertically. Flip vertically. Sorry. It should be horizontal flip. I made a mistake. Yeah. I've flipped it horizontally. So I think it's a little bit perfect now. So the next thing which I've been needing to do is just work on this particular logo icon which I used. I'll first of all go and position it to the top, position it to the front. Then after doing that, I'm going to change its color, because that is what I did. Okay, I can use, let me go to filter. I can't change the color here, but I can use the filter basically to change some things. So let me just check. Maybe I can see how to change it to white there, or let me go to one. I think I can change the color. Let me check. Maybe I can change the color to white, because I actually let me check effects. I use a particular effect here. I could recall. I use a shadow effect. I think I use this magic drop, because can you see it? If you are not a pro user, you won't be able to use the feature. If you need a Canva Pro link, kindly click on the link in the description box. It is going to direct you to my DM. So I just want to do something. I want to give it a kind of stroke. No, I think I'm not. It's not this one I want to click. No. Or better still, let me just leave it like this so that I'll not be wasting our time. Let me just leave it this way. Then I did something on the so as to make the logo initials. I actually used I up as the logo initial. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'm going to do that here as well. But let me bring this down, because it's a bit stopping me there. Let me just bring it down here. Yeah, okay. Then I'll be placing this to this edge. I notice I can't change the color. Yeah, then I'm going to reduce its size. Then I will replace it again. Then the next thing which I've been needing to do is just to bring in my typography to complete the logo, which is eye up. So kindly stick around me to the end. If you know you are a first time viewer, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this channel for more tutorial video like this. Eye up. I think it is perfect. Okay. No, sorry. This is not what I'm supposed to do. Let me go back. Let me use heading. Add heading. Add the heading. Then I'm going to play it. I'm going to use eye up, just like eye up. Yeah, this is perfect. And I'm going to go to my color. I'm going to go to color. Sorry, it's because this application is making use of data. That is why it's lagging, because of the data or something, because of the data connection. So kindly stick around me to the end. So I'm going to go to fonts, basically to change the font to something perfect or something similar. So let me try to make use of I think I make use of the impose or impact font rather. But let me check this Anton. Let me check this Anton fonts. Okay, let me leave it like that. Let me make use of this Anton font. Then let me place it closer to this edge. Then I'm going to reduce the size. Let me increase it a little. Then let me place it beside this image. Yeah, I think it's perfect. We are getting closer to achieve our goals. Then you notice that this side is open. The edges, they are not supposed to be open. Actually, let me show you the real design. This is the real design. So let me go to my position, just to position it to the top. Yeah, to the front. Okay, can you see the design? I've been able to, close this area. I'm going to be doing the same. Here as well. So kindly stick around with it then. Right, so welcome back. I've been able to import this particular shading effect which I created on Pixel Lab to this interface. So kindly stick around me to the end of this video. So let me place this to this top so that it will not be affecting. So let me just work on this. Then I'm going to be using it at this particular edge. Let me increase the size. Yeah, let me place it here. Then I'm going to go to my let me work on all these three images. Let me work on everything. Let me first of all scale it down by making use of my notch. Then let me scale. Oh, it's too much. Let me scale this up a little. Then let me scale this down. Then let me scale this down as well. Yeah, let me now place this up. Let me adjust this down. Then let me place it up. So let me adjust. Let me just work on it. I'm trying to achieve something here. Let me place it down. So I still need to work on something. So I'm going to be bringing all these images to down. All these images, I'm going to be scaling them down. Okay, let me select those images here. Let me try to select those images. I'll be moving it down little by little. Kindly stick around me to the end. I want to select those particular image which I want to be moving. I just want to be, I want to be scaling it down little by little. Then let me scale this down so that I'll be able to cover up the area which I want to cover. Yeah, I think it's perfect here. I think it's perfect. So let me work on this. Let me select the second image. Let me select the second image by coming to layer. Now I'm going to locate that image which I want to be moving, this one. Then I'm going to cancel like this. Then I'm going to go to my notch. I'm going to scale it down. Yeah, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect now. Yeah. Then I can adjust this bigger one. Then I'm going to scale it down also. Yeah, I think it's. Then I want to increase the size. Then let me scale it down. I'm getting closer. We are getting closer to achieve our goals. Let me scale this down. I can't scale it down more than this. I can just increase the size of those images so that I'll be able to place it too. Kindly stick around to the end. Let me try to locate those images layers so that I'll be able to increase their size. Let me first of all start with this. I want to increase the size. And let me locate this. I want to increase the size. Yeah. I think it's perfect like this. It's perfect. So I can now work on it by using the notch. So just adjusting it here. Yeah, I think it's perfect. Is it perfect? No. Okay. I think we are getting closer to achieve our goals. So let me now work on all this. Let me take this to the top. I'm going to skip this part so as I'll be able to rearrange some things. I've been able to place all those elements at the front. So the next thing which I've been needing to do, if you noticed, let me show you something. Let me zoom it. I want to zoom so that I can show you something. Okay. So you notice that there is a kind of like it's not well blended at this particular edge. So there is a way out of it, there is a way out of it. So all we needed to do now is we should do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let's just expand it like this so that it will be able to cover up the whole area. Then I'm going to adjust it like let me still expand it so that everything will be blended together. I don't want to waste our time. Yeah, I think it's perfect like this. It's perfect. It's perfect this way. Let me still expand it a little. I want everything to be well blended. Then I'm going to adjust it down like this. Yeah, I think it's well blended. So let me now place all these elements. Let me scale it down. So let me scale it down. Yeah, let me scale this down as well to the same level. Let me scale this down. Just have to be mindful of how you position your design elements. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. I think it's perfect. So let me check. What's the next? I think we are almost done. Aside from this, the image that will be here, then I still need to do something. Sorry, let me go back. So I want to place this particular location icon to the top. Let me show you how you are going to convert it. You can just click on elements. After clicking on it, then you're going to go to layers. So I'm going to locate that particular location icon and I'm going to place it at the top. Can you see it? That I've been able to place everything at the top, because at the initial it was at the back of this particular shade effect. So kindly take around me to the end. I think the last thing you have to do now is just to import this particular image, and if I didn't see it, I'm just going to use anyone. So kindly stick around me to the end. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. Let me go to my gallery. Then I'm going to locate my image photo room, or I think the image is under photo room. Let me just try to get it. Sorry. So I'm coming. Kindly stick around me to the end. Canva make use of data. That is why it's somehow slow. If the network is bad, it is automatically going to be slow. So kindly stick around me to the end. Yeah, this is my photo room. So I'll just locate any similar image that I can use. If I didn't see the exact one I used there, so I'll just use this because I can't find that particular image I used. So kindly stick around me to the end. Let's wait for it to finish loading. Yeah, let me make use of let me first of all reduce the size. I think it's perfect like this. Then I'm going to make use of the notch. Or let me use my hand. The notch will be wasting time. The grid line has been set already. It is going to automatically place it well. So you just have to take your time. Yeah, can you see it? That we've been able to achieve our design. Yeah, there is one more thing. I added a flare lens here. Let me show you the design. Because can you see the effect? That there is a particular flare lens located at this particular edge. So I actually added a flare lens. I'm going to do that for you now. Kindly take around me till the end. That's the end. Then after, I'm going to be doing my final editing in the Lightroom. So kindly stick around me to the end of this video. So let me just take this to this edge. Let me take this to this edge. Sorry. Let me take this image to this edge so that it will not be disturbing. Then the next thing is that I'm going to go to my elements. I'm going to search for flare lens. Or let me check, maybe I can use anyone from this side. No, let me just search for flare lens. Let me flare or lens flare, anyone. So I'm going to locate a white lens flare. Yeah, this is the perfect one. Note, if you are not a pro user, you might not be able to have access to some of these resources. So if you need a Canva Pro link, just check the description box and click on the link on it. So I'm going to be placing this flare lens accordingly. So kindly stick around me to the end. Let me first of all reduce the size. I think it's perfect. So I'm going to place it here. Then after that, let me adjust it. Then I'm going to copy it. Let me put this to this side so that it will not be disturbing our design. I mean this particular, let me just place it at this edge. Then let me be working on this our design. And I'm going to place this here as well. I'm going to copy again. This is a copy icon. Can you see it? I'm going to copy it. I'm going to place this here as well. Then I'll be needing to reposition everything at the back of those images. So kindly stick around me to the end. Let me just go to my layers. Then I'll be placing it at the back of each image before making use of before making use of our Lightroom application. So this is it. So let me just bring it down. You're just going to press on it, then you'll be moving it slowly, and it will be going down till you locate the position or the place you want to be putting it. So wait, I need to put it at the back of this. Yeah, then I can adjust it a little, or let me even reduce its opacity to light. Yeah, because when I make use of the Lightroom, it will be more brighter, so you'll be needing to just reduce its opacity. Then let me work on this fairness by going to my layers. Then I'm going to position it at the back of that image as well. This is it. Then I'll just long press and bring it down. Then no, yeah, this is it. Then I'm going to work on this as well by just let me click on it. Okay, I'm coming. Let me go back to my layers and locate it so that I can do what I want to do. I want to reduce its opacity because it's too much. Because when I make use of the Lightroom application, it will be more brighter. Just take your time with me to the end. So I'm coming. Let me go to my layers, because you need to locate that particular fairness, because that is not what I touch. So let me just, can you see what I touch? Can you see it? So let me just try to locate that image. Yeah, this is it, the one at the back. Then I'm going to cancel like this. Now I've selected it, I'm going to come to opacity. You can just reduce the opacity to 61, will be fine. 61 will be okay. Yeah, 61 will be perfect. Then I'm going to do the same for this one as well by going to layers and taking it to the back of that image. I'm going to take it to the back as well of the last image. Yeah. No, not to the front, to the back. Yeah. Then I'm going to go to opacity, transparency, because in Pixel App it is called opacity. I'm going to reduce it to 61 as well. Yeah, perfect. Can you see that we are done with our design? Let me show you the redesign. Can you see it? Just a little bit different in the sense that, let me take it to the top, in the sense that there are some fonts and materials which I can't get directly on this application. That's just the limitation. But I can still get something better. I can still get something better. I just want to take it to the top, to the final top. Sorry, let me move it. Okay, I'm going to make use of the positioning tool so that I'll be able to position it at the front. Come in. Let me try to locate its position. I'm going to position it at the front. Yeah, can you see it? There is no much difference aside for some limitation. Can you see it? That we've been able to achieve our design. I can now delete this. Then I'm going to download this, and I'm going to go to my Lightroom application to enhance it. So see you in the next tutorial video.